All right, there we go. Wow, guys. I don't know if anyone's in here. I am so sorry. I was live streaming for the last like 20 minutes and then I found out there was an error on YouTube. Damn, that is so annoying. So, guys, I've been streaming for the last 20 minutes and I realized that there's an error on YouTube and none of the stream was actually live. So, I'm so sorry for that. Super sorry for that, guys. So this looks really good for a short, I'm not going to lie. I am not going to short because I've got smoked the last few times that I've shorted. We're at all-time highs. It's just not a good idea. What I'd rather see is this 1 minute inverse. Okay, guys, you can see. I mean, this does look pretty good for a short. I'm not going to lie. But I'd rather see the data highs get swept and the equal highs, so I'm not going to take this. Though I will tell you this looks really good at minimum to this low. Your stop would go to break even there, and then I would probably target this 1 minute fair value gap. So guys, again, I am not taking this. Why? Because we have a data high above and we have equal highs above. Okay, so I want to see these get hits. What I'd rather take is this 1 minute inverse. So that's what I'm going to take. So I already got stopped out on one trade for break even. It was the 5 minute IFVG. If this 1 minute inverses on NQ, I will take this long. I think that it's A plus up to the data highs and equal highs. Then maybe we get a short afterwards. We'll have to see. But so far I have one break-even trade, guys, so I don't count that as a trade. If I get two break-evens and then a loss, I'm done. So we will see what we get. Okay, guys, so watch for this 1 minute fair value gap. If we close above here, I think the data highs are coming. Again, we're still bouncing out of a bullish 5 minute fair value gap. We closed above the 5, the 10, and the 15. So to me, this looks like it's just setting up for the next leg higher. So if this 1 minute inverse is up, guys, I will take this. It's pairing right up with a macro time. So this to me is where I think we'll deliver to the upside. So again, guys, I'm sorry. I was streaming for the last 20 minutes, but I figured out there was an error with YouTube. So for whatever reason, it wasn't registering. It was saying I had an upcoming stream. Okay, guys, so if this 1 minute closes above, I'm going to take this. Take profit will be at the data highs. Stop to break even when this high hits. We also have equal highs that just formed here. And I'm waiting to make sure that NQ closes above. If MNQ closes above, but NQ does not, then I will not take it. Right, I'm looking at NQ to close above. It's the exact same setup, it's just on NQ. But if MNQ closes above and NQ does not, then I will not take the trade. And then in this case, the stop loss would be a close back below the 1 minute. So this closes in how long? 30 seconds. So hopefully we close right around here and not at the highs. If we can close here and not at these highs, stop to break even here, and then we hold it all the way up. Oh, this is looks so good. I want to front run it, but I can't. Okay, guys, waiting for NQ to close above. And we are in. All right, so stop to break even will be at this high, and then we'll solve the whole position up here. Okay, very nice so far. Again, once that internal high hits, guys, I'm moving my stop to break even. And a stop will be a close back below this on the 1 minute as well. So I like this immediate bullish reaction. Again, once the high gets hit, if it does, stop to break even. And we will close the position with a 1 minute close back below this 1 minute IFEG. Damn. Okay. So again, guys, I'm allowing this to happen. 1 minute close below the fair value gap is where I take the trade off. Let me look at the 2 and the 3 here. Okay, so I like that wick. Again, once this high gets swept, guys, stop will be moved to break even. And again, if this is a losing trade, it's going to be a 1 minute close back below the fair value gap. And then for this trade now, guys, if this high gets hit, I will move the stop to break even. Because it's basically forming a new internal high. And if it gets swept, then we could easily reverse afterwards. So I'm allowing the trade to come back into the 1 minute FEG. Again, take profits will be at the data high and equal highs above. Okay, guys, so once the high gets hit, again, my stop is going to be moved to break even. Okay, so my stop is now at break even, guys. And if the trade gets smoked, it gets smoked. Otherwise, we should be able to take this all the way back up to highs here. If you guys want to take a partial at this high, you're welcome to. I'm holding this all the way up to the data highs personally. And a break-even stop. So that's 2 break-evens on the day, guys. Again, those don't count as trades for me. But if I get 2 break-evens and now I get a loss, I will stop trading. Also, we're in a macro time now, so this should deliver us, guys. I mean, even if it doesn't, even if it goes without me, I mean, we got 2 10-minute closes above. I mean, this looks too good not to sweep the highs. So you guys see how I move my stop to break even when this high hit right here. So let's see if that hurts me or if it saves me. Guys, one thing I've been looking to potentially add is AMD. So I'm potentially going to call that in a Discord in a bit, but I haven't added it just yet in heavy size. I've added it in small positions, but that's it. Okay, so good reaction here. Okay, guys, so it looks like this is going to be what delivers us. I'm going to do a one-to-one trade here. In fact, I'm actually going to move my stop to the body of this candle because technically I would be at break even here on this trade, so. Cores NK, good morning. Yeah, I'm doing a very quick one-to-one scalp with very small size, up to the data highs and the equal highs. Again, guys, if you're in this 1 minute long, I got stopped out on it, but I wanted to get a one-to-one scalp real quick. That's why I moved my stop to this low right here, but basically this should deliver us now. And then when about halfway between so right here, guys, I'm going to move my stop to break even, just in case I'm wrong. Because I'd rather just see that deliver. See, like the fact that it's wicking like that, it's not ideal. But we'll see if we get the trade win or not. So on NQ, guys, we have equal highs right above here as well. So I want the data highs to hit and the equal highs. I don't know if it's going to deliver it cleanly here, but I might get stopped out on the position. We'll see. I really hope it just delivers it because we're in a macro time. We got the 1 minute IFVG. We're delivering from a 5 minute. Yeah, so there's another break even stop, guys. So that's 3 break even trades. Yes, and core K, or is it cores or K? It's both. Yeah, I'm looking for buys, guys, but it's really not giving us clean PA here. You can see that we inversed a 5 minute fair value gap. And at the same time, we inverse the 10 and the 15 all at the same time. This data high looks like it's going to hit, but it's really making it difficult for anybody to get entries into the position. So we did hit the mean threshold of the wick, so that's what I'm worried about for potential rejections, but I think this is just bringing us down to then bring us up. It's generating liquidity. We do have all this LRLR forming, but I don't know what's going to happen here. I can't take any more trades on this, guys. I already have 2 break evens and 3 break evens and 1 1-to-1, 2 break evens and 1 1-to-1 scalp that got stopped at break even. So cannot enter another trade in this leg. But if you have not entered anything, this 5 minute should have been your entry. Once this high got swept, like right here, you would have probably got stopped out at break even. It's just tough. Anybody else in chat take a trade today at all? Sorry guys, and again, I was actually streaming for like 20 minutes, and then I realized there was an error. If you guys looked on YouTube, if you subscribed to me, you would have seen like upcoming stream. I was live streaming at that point, and it was like 20 minutes, and then I realized, I checked my YouTube, and I realized it was completely funky. Tristan, I'm 2 for 3. Let's go, bro. That's good. Guys, I think this data high is going to hit. Again, there's no entries here. We got this 1 minute IFEG to the downside. Maybe if we sweep this liquidity first and then come up, we can get a trade. But I mean, looking at this 15, I can see an order block here. Ideally, we don't want it to trade below the order block. Inverse the 15, OB up to the data highs. It looks promising to the upside here for sure. But there's just no more entries for me. And yes, this 1 minute, this is right when I was entering stream, guys. And again, it was an error, so you guys weren't able to actually watch the live stream. But I called this out. I was logging into my trade station or my Tradebait accounts. I couldn't take this, but I really wanted to take this. So this is the real entry, partial here, and then you're just holding your runners up to the high, which should still hit. But should I scalp this, guys? It looks so good. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a 1-to-1 scalp here to the data highs because I have a very strong feeling this is hitting here. Again, I rarely do these 1-to-1 stops, but this is just too good for me to ignore. Hopefully I don't get stopped out on it, but it looks so good. Okay, so once this high hits, guys, I will move my stop to break even. Just in case it does some kind of manipulation leg. So guys, this is a 1-to-1 scalp. I rarely do this, but it looks too good for me to ignore it. Again, once the next high hits, I'm going to move my stop to break even, or I'm going to get stopped out for a 1-to-1. I mean, they're really working hard to stop people out on this, but I really think it's going to hit the data highs. Also, this needs to be at the data highs. It's not yet. Okay, so that's a big wick. Gonna move my stop to the low, the body of this candle. Okay, again, guys, once that internal high hits, if it does, stop will be moved to break even. So right here, stop is at break even, and now it's a free trade. So hopefully they just push it here. Come on, just give me the freaking win. Watch them stop it right before the high, and then wick down, and then take it out later. Okay, yeah, I took the one to the downside, but I got out by that long wick. Okay, which one are you talking about? Guys, if this doesn't deliver here, we got bad news the rest of the day. And, all right, so there is our win on the day, finally. And the equal highs just got hit on NQ, if you guys can see here. So there's one win, 3 break evens, and a win. So that leaves us decently green on this 50K funded. I may take another trade today. We'll see, just depending on what PA gives us. Dude, Tesla's at 430. So I sold a 600. I sold 600, a few 600 covered calls on my long-term positions on Tesla. $315 a contract, I think, for the 600 calls for 37 days. And I'm honestly kind of fearful that they're going to hit. Tesla needs to go up about 37 or 36% from here in 37 days. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but okay. So Kay, now that that trade is hit, so I took one to the downside, but I got out by that long wick. Are you talking about this long wick right here, Kay, at 8:30? You took this 1 minute short? Yeah, okay, so that is a terrible mistake, and I'll tell you why. This is great, okay? We're rejecting. Well, first of all, we have all this low resistance liquidity, which I don't like, okay? Remember, I remember when we had our one-on-one lesson, I told you about this low resistance liquidity. When you see like a trend line like this to the upside, definitely not a good time to look for shorts, in my opinion. And also, we had a news at 8:30. So to take a 1 minute IFEG at 8:24, 6 minutes before red folder news, definitely not a good idea. And you can see that you got stopped out, obviously. But yeah, never take any inverse fair value gap setups before red folder news. Always wait for the red folder news and then take a setup that you can see. Okay, guys. And again, I had real estate stuff. If you look in the announcements page in the Discord, I posted that I had real estate stuff to do. So I wasn't able to live stream for the PPI setup, but there wasn't really anything anyways. You could have entered this 1 minute long and taken your partial here, and then you would have got stopped to break even. But this was the real setup. New week opening gap, hourly fair value gap, 1 minute inverse, and you would have been able to take a full take profit. I would have taken a partial at one of these highs or maybe this high, and then left runners all the way up. But okay, and also before you, so I'll show you guys on the Discord now. But if you're wondering what how to find out if there's red folder news, first of all, you can go to forexfactory.com and you have to filter out for USD. But for me, I just post it every single week for you guys. So before you trade in the morning, guys, open up the news economic calendar section and look for the red folder news. So on Thursday, December 12th, we had red folder news at 8:30. So if you now you can look at the chart at 8:30, this is exactly what happened. So always look at your Forex Factory or economic calendar before you take a trade. All right, guys. So what do I see now? Let me look at the hourly chart. So we are bouncing out of bullish fair value gaps here. We inverse the 10 and the 15 minute to the upside. I'm guessing that midnight is coming next, and maybe this internal high here on the hourly, right? Because everybody that's short has their stops above this high. Now, we are in premium, so longing after this is probably not the best idea, just in case we get another dump. But yeah, I don't see anything to the short side yet. If I look at the 2 minute chart, this doesn't look good enough for me to take a short. 3 minute, there's nothing. 4 minute, 5 minute, there's nothing. Yeah, so I don't see anything A plus anymore, guys. Obviously, up to this data high was the A plus setup. I took a couple of 1-to-1 scalps and ended up getting it. So I have basically 3 break evens and 1 bigger win. So that's probably going to be it on this funded account. But if I see anything that's really, really A plus, especially to the downside, then I will consider it. But we'll have to see what we get. Oh, I'm just seeing these other comments. In hindsight, the first FEG after 9:30. Oh no, I saw this already. Could have been framed both ways. After 9:30. Oh, this one. Yeah, this is a tough one. I don't really like the ones that are like I don't know how to explain this, but this doesn't look pretty to me to the upside, especially because we have these internal highs that smoked other internal highs and are rejected from bearish PD arrays. So I'm not a huge fan of this 1 minute to the IFVG side, but obviously it worked to the downside. Tristan, and one of my wins was a short on the 935 test of the first IFEG. Oh, okay, so one of these. Yeah, and this is risky to get a win on, but good. I'm glad that you got a win. But yeah, definitely this is tough to be trading. The 935 rejection. Yeah, I mean, okay. So you didn't even hold the 935 candle down to this wicks low. You held it to the body or something. Yeah, because if you entered here on this little wick with a limit order, then maybe holding it to the body of the low is where you got stopped, or where you got filled on your take profit. Wow, guys, Bitcoin's back at 102. I think it's about to hit back above 104. Dude, my my net worth has increased like probably 35 to 40% over the last 2 months. Yeah, I got it at 662. Oh, nice. Like literally at the low, 663. Unless this candle opened wick down here and then went higher. I don't know. But yeah, that's a good trade. But yeah, guys, my biggest positions, I've shown you guys this before, but I've been adding Tesla below 150, below 180, below 200. So all my ads were right here. And again, this is a turtle soup, one bullish fair value gap on the weekly. I knew this was going to go. Buy side liquidity, smooth lines like to be made jagged. So I'm going crazy on this position. And then my Bitcoin is my secondary highest position. In the Discord, we were adding this below, we were adding it below 51, I think. So this wick, is this the 4th of July? Where is the 4th of July? Right here. This is where the majority of my ads were on Bitcoin. I have ads from way below, like 16.8, I think, or 17,000 was my lowest ad. And then I've just been dollar cost averaging once we hit sell side liquidity. So crazy. My net worth has been going crazy over the last few months, and I'm grateful for it. But I was a long time where I was sitting on without making any profits and on my long-term positions, and it's finally paying off. So happy about that. If you guys are looking for something to add for the long term, if you don't have exposure to semiconductors, this stock right here, AMD, it's like Nvidia's competitor, is trading into a 3-month monthly fair value gap, and we also have a monthly below. So my primary ads for this are honestly going to be at this fair value gap. I want to see this liquidity get swept on the monthly. So I want to see us go below. What is this level? Below 121. If we can get below 121, I will start adding, and I'll add more heavily in this fair value gap. But anyways, let's go back to NQ. Ooh, okay, big rejection here. Let me look at the 2. Yeah, guys, like this 2, I mean, it looks okay, but it doesn't look A+. I would never take this with full size, especially because we're at all-time highs. So you guys can see we swept all the LRLR here. I think this buy side is next, but I don't see any setups to get there yet. If you guys, okay, so here's another thing I'm going to try and do on these live streams. If you had a losing trade today, I want you guys to, you obviously can't come up on the screen unless we were in Discord, but I want you to tell me what the trade was, and we can help you with whether it was good or bad and correct your errors. So if you guys are comfortable to post any losing trades you've had, you can let me know in the chat. I don't think there's enough people here. I think most people have already got their questions answered. Like Kay had his question answered, or his short. But yeah. Let me look at ES quick, guys. So, okay, ES is pretty much doing the same thing. It just took out its data high. It's a little bit weaker than NQ, but not by much. Let me look at the 5 minute. So we do have two 5 minute fair value gaps that rejected here. Right, we took out the LRLR and now we're rejecting from the two 5 minutes. It's technically actually only one, and it's tiny. So actually, I'm not gonna lie, guys. So these tiny 5 minute fair value gaps and 15-minute fair value gaps that are really small here typically end up being really good rejection spots. So be very cautious. If you're in longs right now, I would definitely exit the position because we could easily dump like crazy here. Tristan shorted at 735. Oh my God, Tristan, that is sketchy, brother. Like I like these 1 minute fair value. I mean these tiny fair value gaps on the higher time frames. Like the 5 minute is the higher version of the small time frame, the small time frames. But just to blindly short it is kind of risky. But yeah, 742 stop loss. Sheesh. Yeah, it's good to. I would definitely try and stop your position out of these order blocks just in case it reverses here. But yeah, what I don't like about trying that type of short is that a lot of the times what they'll do is they'll wick it into this 5 minute wicks, like mean threshold or 25% level, just to stop people out that are taking those shorts. They're definitely riskier, but yeah, I mean, if you have a model that works, bro, by all means. I'm getting Discord notifications. What's going on here? What is this Discord notification? Okay. All right. So Kay just sent me a picture of one of his trades that he took. Kay, are you comfortable with me putting it on the screen so we can see and we can go over it? All right, Kay is fine with that. So let's do it, guys. Okay, so this is Kay's. He trades NDX, which I believe is a derivative of the NASDAQ. And it looks like there's a 1 minute inverse here. Is this a 1 minute chart? What time was this trade at? 12 o'clock p.m.? Oh, he's on UTC. I don't know what this is, guys, like as far as time zones compared to us, but this looks like the 8:30 wick. I don't, is that a 1 minute fair value gap right here? I don't think this is a 1 minute fair value gap, guys. I do like that we swept this internal high and then we rejected this, but this doesn't look like a 1 minute FEG. But definitely K. Okay, so here's something I will point out to you guys. Did you take it short here, K? Is this your entry on this where this red arrow is? I just want to wait to see what he says. I don't know if this is an indicator or if this is an entry. I think this is an indicator that just like gives you signals to short. I think the entry was probably, yeah, those are interesting. These are interesting colors. Yellow and white, yeah. First of all, okay, I mean, obviously you can do what you want, but to like have yellow and white candles, to me, I would tweak. I need like black and white or something that is contrast. But first of all, this right here, this box that I'm seeing, it looks like this is an attempted IFEG. But if I'm looking closely at these three candles, I don't see an inverse fair value gap here. It's tiny, it's smaller, and we never got a close below it. So technically there is no entry on this trade. But if you were in this trade, Kay, this is why I like to zoom down into the 1 minute time frames to manage my position. When I saw this, okay, we came down and we formed this perfect V at the low here. And we closed this candle's body above this bearish fair value gap right here. Immediately I would exit the trade because I know that this setup almost always takes us back up to this high. So you would have saved yourself so much money. You would have locked in so much more profits if you just would have taken the win right here on this candle. And then just waited until the next setup. And again, also, I told you never hold a trade into red folder news because it creates these wicks. So you should never, if you guys are entering trades here and 8:30 is coming along, which for K, because I think he's in Portugal, the time is different to where it would be for Pacific. But before this 8:30 candle, like right here even, I would exit the trade. But I would have exited it here because of this 1 minute IFVG setup to the upside. Now, I don't see what's to the left of the chart, but there's probably some kind of sell side liquidity here that got swept in this area, and then we got that immediate reversal. So, hope that makes sense, Kay. Guys, if you don't add me on Discord, if you don't have me on Discord, you can add me there and send me pictures of your trades, and I will go over them. But yeah, based on what I was seeing from K's trade, I don't think that was a proper IFVG. I do like that liquidity was swept to the upside. Again, guys, from right here, right? We swept this liquidity right here on this candle. If this leg closed below, I would love this for a short. But even here, I don't think we ever got a close below the potential IFVG that was formed here. So not optimal in my eyes, but I need to change the color, but there was an IFVG. If there was an IFVGK, then this I think was good. But again, I would definitely, so this is why I like to, again, manage my trades on the 1 minute time frames. Once I saw this and the body of this candle closing above this bearish PD ray right here, making this a potential change in market structure, I would have cut the position. And then, especially if I saw this, I would definitely have cut the position because now we have a change in market structure, probably liquidity getting swept from the left of the chart somewhere, and an inverse fair value gap. That is my A+ long model. So I would have been on the opposite side of this trade, taking a partial at this high and this high. So, yeah. But yeah, guys, so that's pretty much what I'm seeing. I'm looking on NQ to see if we have any equal highs that formed anywhere. Wow, oh, this is ES, that's why I'm tweaking. I was gonna say lack of volume, but that's because ES always has lack of volume. Did we just form equal highs here too? Let me check this out, guys. No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, no equal highs there. We also have a tiny 1 minute fair value gap here that it looks like we almost rejected from, but it was really this 5 minute, if you guys look here. So guys, always, 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 if you see these tiny fair value gaps, like right here on the higher time frame, so like the 5, the 15, the hourly, if there are really small fair value gaps that barely anyone sees, a lot of the times they use this for rejection, and Tristan was able to take this. Tristan says, ES traders only have been in the trade for an hour, and it's only moved a point. Literally, bro. I used to trade ES. Like, I literally used to be an ES trader just a few years ago. And then, like, whatever happened in the market, I don't know, but ES volume just collapsed. And now it just, look at this. Like, this literally looks robotic. You can see here, it's literally robot price action. Even, like, during the day, the volume picks up a little bit, obviously. But, like, I don't know. It doesn't work the same way as NQ does. But, yeah. Kay says, I should have exited, but I was targeting the 15-minute FVG to the downside. Kay, I like your conviction, bro. I really do. I like your conviction on the trades. I just definitely, like, managing on the 1 minute is going to save you a lot of money. Like even if you think that something's going to hit, if you see that on the upside, especially if there was liquidity to the left of the chart, I didn't see any, right? Because I didn't see the left of the chart. Definitely a time to exit, but bro, you're still learning, so definitely room for improvement. But I like that you have conviction to hold your trade to where you wanted it to go. Just try and use the 1 minute a little bit more to analyze what the candlesticks are doing. When you see like a really A plus IFEG to the upside when you're short, just cut the position, and you'll save yourself a lot of money. So one thing, guys, I'm watching is end phase. I think if we get a weekly inverse on this setup here, we swept a low. So if you guys are looking for a high risk swing trade, but something that's going to be really good risk reward, look at this on the weekly chart. Okay, if we end up closing above this 1 minute fair value gap, or 1 minute, this 1 week fair value gap. I'm gonna delete these alerts here. But you can see it on the weekly here. If we end up closing above this, guys, stop to break even at this high, and you can just let this baby run all the way up to here. I think we're gonna get, I mean, if you take the inverse here, for example, you're looking at a 92% return on this swing trade. And if you want to hold it, you could potentially be looking up to almost a 200% return back to this monthly fair value gap here. If you look at the monthly, it's right here. So this is going to be a really good setup. It looks so good. Turtle soup, order blocks, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. This looks so good to the upside. So if you guys are paying attention to end phase, this is the time to be looking at it, guys. Set your alerts when the weekly fair value gap closes above. I'm telling you, this is such a good risk reward setup. I would take this 100 out of 100 times. Like, it is, in my opinion, incredible. So do your own due diligence, but I think that the risk reward on that trade is excellent. Like that setup, this structure, guys, if this structure was happening on NQ during the day, this is A plus. Typically, this is something I would see in the afternoon session. So look, turtle soup here, order blocks, IFEG, like consolidation leg, manipulation net, distribution. If I saw this in the afternoon session on NQ, I would go full size. So not financial advice, but I'm telling you right now, that's so good. And of course, when that does happen, I will call it out in the Discord. I already started selling puts on that position because, again, it's going to be, I mean, it's a high risk setup, but I'm happy to front run it slightly with just 100 shares is not a big deal to me. So super high risk. But when the IFAG happens, it becomes very low risk. Turtle soup K is let me see if I can give you an example. Well, this is an example on end phase. But whenever you see like an obvious low like this, so this sometimes happens, okay? And it's risky to take, but if the low gets swept, so like we have this consolidation, and then we have a manipulation below this low, ICT calls it a turtle soup. I don't really know why he calls it a turtle soup, but the idea is that once this low gets swept, we'll reverse back to the upside. It's typically a lot better on high time frames, but it happens on the 1 minute too. Like, let me see if I can get an example here for you. So like technically this is a turtle soup, right? We had this low right here, we swept it, and then we reversed to the upside. But look, guys, this is literally okay, guys. Look at NQ right now on the 1 minute chart. Okay, we have this consolidation, internal low, and then this low gets swept right here, and we get a 1 minute IFEG, and look what happens. Okay, it looks exactly like end phase. The low, consolidation, manipulation, and distribution. So the idea that I'm seeing here is that this is going to create, the next set of candles here is going to create the same setup as NQ did right here. And you would target the next internal high, which in the case of end phase, it's a little bit low. I mean, no, it's not. It would be this high right here. That would be what I would target. So 191. It's a turtle soup because there was an old group of traders that were turtle traders or some shit that traded breakouts. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, there was like maybe an old group of traders that were breakout traders called the turtle traders or something. And so you're like souping the turtles. But the idea is basically if you see an obvious low, you sweep it, and then you get a trade back to the upside. And a lot of people have been wanting to long Enphase. It's like a solar play. Elon Musk says that solar is going to be the biggest thing in the future. And I'm just showing you guys how similar NQ looks. Look at this. Consolidation, manipulation, distribution, IFEG, internal buy side, and same thing. Consolidation, manipulation, turtle soup, IFEG, internal buy side. So the setup is literally identical. It's actually wild. I'm happy that that came up today so you guys could see it. But that is the idea behind the turtle soup, okay? And for all those that are wondering. Okay, I like that Boeing is pushing. Guys, I am in a swing trade on Boeing and I am looking to take profits at 180, 196, and 214. My stop to this is going to be to break even once the 170s hit. Maybe like 173. But I'm in from like 151, 152. So, but yeah. A lot of people are missing out on are not watching Enphase right now, and this is, in my opinion, one of the best setups in the market as far as swing trades go. If we get the IFEG, and again, guys, when we get the IFEG, I will call it out in the Discord. I personally am not going to size more than like, I'll probably risk 4% of my, or 3% of my portfolio, because I can turn that 3% into a hell of a lot more if the trade works. So this is what I like to do, guys, is take asymmetrical bets, especially when I have so much confidence on a trade. Like this, light bulbs go off in my head when I see this. And again, it's the exact same thing as NQ, consolidation, manipulation, distribution. So I can turn that 3% into probably 12% or more and increase my portfolio massively. So that's what I did with Tesla. But Tesla's almost 20% of my portfolio, which is wild. Heaviest risk position ever, and I have increased my net worth quite a lot with that. Anyways, I just feel like I'm bragging now, but so far I don't really see anything on NQ, guys. Obviously, we took out data highs. Now we're getting a distribution leg down, or somewhat of a distribution leg, but there's no IFEGs here, just a bunch of wicks. So nothing that I would take. So whatever traders are trying to trade this and getting smoked, I mean, there's no reason to trade this. Fears, why? What's up, checkmate? What's up, Fears? Do you take any trades today, bro? I saw you. I think it was you that joined the Discord from yesterday, right? Guys, you can also see we're generating a lot of LRLR here. So maybe what will happen... Again, I was hoping we swept. I was hoping we created equal highs here, but we did not. Let me just double check. Yeah, there's no equal highs here. Are there equal highs here on NQ? Hold on, guys. 1 second. Nope. None here. Nowhere. So yeah, basically we have LRLR here. So maybe if we get some kind of a dump below these lows and then an IFEG, we can try something. But I think I'll be done for today. Yes, sir. I'm in the green with 2 positions from that 9 to 10:30-ish sell. And yes, I joined your Discord. Let's go, bro. Super hyped to have you in there. I want to see. Yes, sir. I took 2 positions from that 9 to 10:30-ish sell. 9 to 10:30-ish. Oh, did you take something in this? I think Tristan was saying too that he took a short from this 1 minute fair value gap, which I think is a little bit risky. I'm not gonna lie, especially when you had all this consolidation here. But obviously we had a nice sell, so that was good. This really, guys, was the A+ trade of the day. Data high, equal highs above on NQ. Man, I wish I was at the computer. I was dealing with one of my real estate issues, and unfortunately, I couldn't trade. And as I was logging into the live stream, this happened. So I was struggling to log into my Tradevate account, but I didn't end up taking it, unfortunately. But fears, I'm curious. So is this the 1 minute short that you took? Yes, sir. 9:30 open was risky. Yes, it was risky off, but predicting that break to the downside, targeting their low down there. I was holding strong. Good for you, bro. I mean, if I was in that short, guys, if we ever inverse this 1 minute, or maybe if we like swept this liquidity, I would move my stop just a couple ticks above it, just in case we had like another reversal. But yeah, definitely keeping your stops tight here would be important. But you guys can see here again, we're generating all this LRLR or low resistance liquidity with that trend line. Yeah, Tristan got a great trade. I mean, definitely risky, nothing I would take, but entering on this with a limit order probably is the only way you'd get filled, and then an immediate 22-point dump. This is definitely not my setup, but hey, if it works for you, it works for you. And by the way, guys, so I know my screen is kind of laggy. I just ordered a new computer. It's like I don't know if it was Tristan that was giving me advice or somebody else, but I got a 24 gigabyte RAM. I think a terabyte of, well, it's a 500 SSD data, but I'm gonna buy a terabyte of external storage. So we should have a lot smoother of trading in the future. But I just bought a brand new Mac, so that should arrive on the 27th of December because it has like extra specs. It's like whatever, manipulated or changed. It's not like a standard one. So hopefully I'll get that soon and we can start getting more smooth of streams. I actually have to take, I have 4 monitors. You guys can't see it here, but I have my laptop and then four monitors. But I took 2 monitors off because it was using up too much RAM. And I have to close out everything, so I should have more than enough RAM now to be able to stream smoothly. But we'll see, right, when it comes. So here's something you guys can try. Now, I don't know if I'd suggest this. www, yes, Mac is getting some pretty nice upgrades. Bro, it's crazy. So it's an M4 Mac, an M4 Pro, I think. I have my laptop, which works perfectly fine. I have a MacBook Air, but it's only 8 gigabytes of RAM. So I got the Mac Mini because, bro, it's so cheap. I ended up paying like, I think $899 for 24 gigabytes of RAM, 512 SSD storage. Like, it was too good to pass up. So I'll use my laptop for when I need a screen, and then the Mac Mini will just stay at my desk at all times. And it's literally like, I don't think I've ever seen Apple give such incredible specs for that price. It's like dirt cheap. Yeah, $899 for 24 gigabytes of RAM and 512 storage. And what? I'll pay like $70 for a terabyte of extra storage or something. Yeah, it's a brand new Mac Mini. I don't know if it's the M4 or the M4 Pro. I forget. I'll have to check back, but I think it's the M. I think it's the M4 Pro. I think. Or maybe it's the M4, but it's one of the two. It was either $899 or $1299 for a more expensive one, but $899, bro, for 24 gigabytes is insane. Okay, guys. So again, we're still forming all this LRLR. I'm looking on NQ. No equal highs are forming here. Actually, we do have one set of equal highs right here. So I do like these decently. I wish they were. I wish there was 3. But maybe if we get some kind of a manipulation down, sweep these lows, and trade into one of these fair value gaps, we can get a trade to it later on in the day. Yeah, the only thing, Tristan, that I hate about this Mac Mini, and a lot of people have complained about it, but the power button is on the down, like the bottom of the Mac Mini. So every time you never have to turn it off really. It just stays in idle and it uses like literally like 0.3 watts of power or something ridiculously low. But if you ever want to turn it off, if it's tucked away in some weird spot on your desk, you have to get your fingers underneath it and press the power button. Like, it's just kind of stupid. It's insane for Mac. I own a desktop Windows, but I just love the aesthetic of Mac having a clean look. Yeah, bro. I think you get way more bang for your buck with PCs and Windows or whatever. But just like the ecosystem. First of all, the Macs look so clean, but like the fact that I have my phone, a lot of my family has Apple Watches and stuff. Like everything just like syncs. I wish that they got their AI situation sorted because their AI is ass. Like their whole um, Apple Intelligence shit. They definitely flopped with that in Siri. They really have to up their game. Something has to change with as far as the tech, but like they definitely make a nice looking computer. That's for sure. I have a Windows desktop and a Mac Air for portable. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the Magic Mouse charging port. Like it's literally you can't use the Magic Mouse if it's being charged. It's the stupidest thing. Like I have this. I don't know what this is called. I forget the name of the company. Corsair. That's what it is. And the charger is like right here. So if you're ever using it, you can just if you're ever charging it, you can use it while you're charging it. Um, but yeah, having a high powered computer for your desk and then having like a decent laptop is a game changer for sure. Yeah, that's smart. Use your desktop for like high powered stuff, and then have something that's a little bit less expensive or less uh, data efficient for your traveling and stuff. What do you guys do for work? I forget what you'd said. Was Tristan? Somebody was no, not Tristan. There was somebody else that starts with a T that is a nurse or works in the nursing field. By the way, you can make a bank doing that, but I forget. I know Kay is trying to make day trading his thing, and he's also younger. Okay, guys. So hopefully here. So what would be awesome on the 5 minute? Well, we are trading below. I'd like to see this order block hold, honestly, if we were bullish. But what could happen here is we could trade into one of these 5 minutes. Here or here. And then we could get an upside move, like an IFEG from one of these, and then target the equal highs. Oh yeah, Tristan does overnight co-manager. I think I remember you saying that. So yeah, you can. It's cool that you can I guess be. I don't know if overnight makes it less demanding. I mean, it's obviously later, but there's less going on, right? So fears why. That's awesome, Tristan. By the way, have you taken any trades today? Checkmate. Yes, I've taken 4 trades. 3 were break even trades. I took a 5 minute. So I took this 5 minute here. When this closed above right here, I entered. And I got stopped out, I think, if I go, let me go back. So I entered here, right? And then, where did I get stopped out in the position? I think when this high got hit and then we swept below, I got stopped out for break even. And then, what was the other one? I'll have to look back at my executions. Hold on, let me show you guys. Yeah, so I entered here on this candle and I got stopped out here. And then I took 2 or 3, 1, 2. I took 2 break-even trades here. And then I took another 1 for 1 and I got full TP on that. So 3 break-evens and 1 win on the day. Let me go back here. I just had so much conviction in the highs hitting. Yo, what's up, Aziz? Good morning. Aziz, did you take any trades today, bro? We have 3 again, guys, 3 break evens and a win. Tristan, I have 3 hourly supervisors that keep everything under control. I'm just there if someone needs to be yelled at, or someone dies. Yeah, bro. Listen, if it's not that demanding, you could be on your computer studying, doing whatever, watching ICT videos, going at shit scrolling or doom scrolling on X. Yeah, a win is a win. That's right, Fears. Also, guys, if we get a, so I'm gonna probably stay on until maybe like another hour or so. But if I get a setup when we're not live streaming, I'll put it in the live callouts in the Discord. All right, so if you guys are new to the Discord, it's right here. Obviously, stock ads are going to be my long-term positions. Announcements, sometimes I'll post if I make YouTube shorts or whatever. But stock ads, these are all my long-term ads that I buy. Option selling, when I sell calls and puts, this is one of the best ways I earn monthly income is through this channel right here. Swing trade, so like the end phase trade and all the other ones that I'm looking at will be added in here. We have swing trade Boeing, Nike, Celsius, and we're up on all of them. The only losing swing trade I've had over the last probably 6 months is one end phase swing trade that we took earlier in the year, but I think that was the only one. And then live alerts, this is where I will post. If I'm not live streaming, if I see any live trades, I will call them out there. Market overview, this is just general stuff like seasonality trends, what I see in the market generally, what I want to look at for the next week, what I'm anticipating for longs or shorts. Education, so like some of the ICT setups that I look at that I use. So the TJF setup that we had earlier, I think last week, I made a video about that. This is one of my favorite setups. I make a lot of money with this specific one. Bonds, that's a whole another spiel. It's all about interest rates, the Federal Reserve, and news economic calendar. That's what I call it, the news out. But yeah, basically that's the Discord. I don't want to bore you guys too much. All right, so now we're trading into this 5 minute fair value gap right here. So maybe we'll get a bullish reaction here. I would be more inclined to see a bullish reaction out of this 5 minute, which I think we're probably going to go to now. Let's see, I missed one, then took one short. Still in trade, take profit, equal lows in the 1 minute. Are there equal lows on NQ, guys? That I missed? Bro, am I tweaking? No way there's equal lows. Are you sure? Guys, are there equal lows on the 1? Let me see here. No, I don't think there's equal lows on the 1. For me, I'll probably be off the markets for today. I'll come back tomorrow for some positions. Not gonna lie, phone was hitting me though. 10-12 and previous candle. Oh, these. Oh, these. Are you talking about these right here? Yeah. So here's the thing, guys. What I see, I think you're talking about these equal lows right here. When they're 1 minute equal lows right next to each other, I don't give them as much value. However, in this case, I will agree with you. They will probably hit because that is the formation of a 5 minute fair value gap. Tell me the time of the equal lows you're talking about. I think you must be talking about these. There's no other ones. Within the 15-minute FEG, let me see. What, this tiny FEG right here? Still no equal lows. I mean, there are relative equal lows there. Tell me the time. Like the time of the candle, 1034, 1032. I think these lows will hit still, guys, but there's no trade for me to enter into them. 1028 and 1034. 1028, 1034. These are relative equal lows. They're not perfect, but yeah, I mean they're still considered equal lows, but they're relative. But yeah. One other lesson, guys, if you see perfect equal lows, the odds of them hitting are a lot higher than relative. However, this 1 minute didn't look half bad, honestly. I don't like that. It's too small. I'm trying to see where your entry was. Where was your entry for the trade, Izzy? Do you use IFEGs? What do you guys use? So in theory, guys, the one of these two should act as the move down to this 5-minute FEG. When price hit 5-minute on top, when price started reversing. Oh, bro, Tristan took the same trade. So you took this tiny 5-minute right here? I like, bro, if that's the case, I love these tiny ones. I didn't take this personally because it's high risk, but definitely when you see these tiny fair value gaps, guys, they're oftentimes good reversal spots. So props to you for that. Ooh. Okay, so this looks really good, guys, to the upside. However, I would have preferred to see this 5-minute. We're not delivering from anywhere that I like. So this is why I wouldn't take this with a real account. However, if you are in this, your stop to break even would be at this high. I would prefer not to take this because, again, we're not delivering from any obvious liquidity. We did sweep this low, but I'd rather see these lows swept first. So to me, this could be a fake move up to then come back down, trade into here, and then maybe we get the setup later. But yeah, Tristan, I'm not taking this 1-minute inverse. First of all, I don't think we closed above. Did we? Okay, so we did close above. If you guys want to take this, you can. I don't like where we're delivering from. That's really important to me. And the fact that we haven't swept, we're not delivering from this 5-minute that's right below it, tells me that this could potentially be a fake 1-minute IFEG. Yeah, you could have tried this one. But again, I don't like where we delivered from. We did sweep this low, guys, but the fact is that there's a 5-minute fair value gap right below us makes me not like this nearly as much. Especially when we've already delivered to the target on the day, which was the data highs. Not A+ to me. Z, can you check the 4-hour FEG? Let me check that quick. Yeah, I mean, this is huge, guys. So, like, there is definitely chances that we come lower into this 4-hour. Definitely a chance that we can use this to go higher, right? We're at all-time highs again. But yeah. So technically the trade is still valid, guys. Your stop would be a 1-minute close back below the IFEG. But to me, this looks like the start of an intraday sell model. So I'm very hesitant to take these 1-minute IFEGs if we're not delivering from somewhere A+. So like if we get this to close below and we trade into here, then that will be a much better setup. What do you think? It's inverted? Oh, this 4-hour. No, I don't really like this, a Z, and I'll tell you why. First of all, we're at all-time highs. Second of all, we have this bullish, these two sets of bullish OBs here that are forming, plus a very bullish 4-hour fair value gap. So the fact that this inversed, I mean, you could try it short in anticipation of delivery somewhere into here, but I don't like it. And I never take entries on 4-hour candles. I take entries on 5-minute candles and below. I use the higher time frame for bias, obviously, but yeah. So you guys see what's happening here with this 1-minute, why I didn't like it. In fact, I'll actually short this with 1M. No, I won't. No, I'm not going to do that, guys. But I think that it's very likely this low is going to hit, and we're going to balance the 5 now. We do have this 1-minute that could potentially close above here, so we have to be careful about this tiny little 1-minute fair value gap. But if this closes below, guys, this should deliver us to this downside and then to this 5-minute. So we are in a macro time now. So I think this, again, should deliver us down. There weren't any A+ IFEGs here. Otherwise, it would have been a nice short. But this 3-minute and 5-minute looks like it's going to get delivered to now. What could happen here too, guys, is we come up, take out this internal high, and then we deliver down to the 5. I'm not in the business of trying to figure out which one's going to come first, but if this 1 minute inverses to the downside, you can try a 1-to-1 scalp if you want. So like it would look something like this. But yeah, there's nothing for me to take here. Is anybody what do you think? What do you think after 9:30 when the 1 minute sell side liquidity is taken, price also hit 5-minute FEG and started to move to the upside? After 9:30. Yeah, I was calling this out. So here's what for those of you who are just tuning in. I was live streaming this morning. I had some real estate stuff to deal with, and I got onto the stream right here as this 1 minute inverse. I was trying to log it into my Tradevate account. I wasn't able to get in, but I was streaming here. The issue was that there was a YouTube recording, whatever error, and it said that my stream was upcoming. So nobody was able to access it. I didn't take this, but I called out this 1 minute saying it was really good. I was just logging into my account, so I couldn't take it, unfortunately, but so I do think, guys, what might happen here is maybe we come very close to this high and then we reject down to this 5 minute. So many different things can happen here, but I do think ultimately this 5 minute is the draw on liquidity. But yes, as this 1 minute fair value gap was A plus, really good, and you can see it delivered us all the way up to data highs. In this situation, and you're saying in this setup right here. So the fair value gap, the inverse fair value gap setup works like this. So you draw it out, it's right here. When the body of a candle closes above the bearish fair value gap, that's when you enter the trade. Stop to break even either at this high or this high, whichever you prefer. I personally, especially when it's right very close to market open, I mean this is like, I would probably move my stop to break even here. And then I would take a partial at this high, and then I would leave a runner up to this high, or the mean threshold, whichever you prefer. But the entry is here when the body closes above. Stop loss is a 1 minute close back below the IFEG. Okay, guys, so this looks like it's ready to dump here. What do you guys think? Should we try a sell here? This is a paper trade account, by the way, guys. But Aziz, does that make sense what the entry is? And then, so your entry is right here. Take profit is at this high. And then I would leave a runner. Wow, my computer is so laggy. Can't wait to get this new Mac. And then your secondary take profit would be at the data high right here. Does that make sense? All right, good. All right, guys, this looks like a sell. Again, this is a paper trade, guys. Let's see if the 1 minute inverse works. And oh, wait, hold on. Where's the 5 minute? Sorry, I deleted the fair value gap. The take profit is here. Let's see if it works, guys. This is a 1-to-1 scalp paper trade. I would never take this with a real account, but let's see if it works. It's not a plus, but I do think that we are going to deliver down to the 5 minute FEG here. Yeah, I thought that price might continue to move higher too, but unfortunately it didn't. So you see, guys, why we don't take random stupid shorts. Again, I told you guys this is a paper trade. I'm not taking this on a real account. I do want this 5 minutes to be rebalanced, but we can easily wick up first and then go down. Too many what ifs here. But if we get a nice 1 minute inverse from here, guys, I think there'll be a nice long setup that forms. Maybe we'll take it small on a funded account. Ooh, 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 ooh. But you guys see why I didn't take this 1 minute inverse. I didn't like where we were delivering from. We have a 5 minute fair value gap below. So I'm assuming this is going to get hit now. So if you were really in this trade, I would definitely move my stop to break even once this low hit, just in case we reverse from it. But I think this low is next, and then the 5-minute fair value gap. And a Z, it could definitely still move higher. I mean, right now, if you guys look, so you want to be looking for longs at the 50% or below of the leg. So in this case, we're in discount right now. So this area, anywhere in here is where you'd be looking for upside setups. Okay, so I would definitely move my stop to break even there and target this low and the 5-minute FVG. And see if we get to take profit. Oh, it's all right. There we go. So there it is. Now we can potentially look for a long, but I need to see a very bullish reaction from the 5-minute and or / 1-minute. Price is still up on NWO. What's NWO again? Guys, I think gold is potentially going to be a good short. Big gap down. I think gold is going to come all the way down to the sell side at 2,500. I might be wrong, but it looks like the start of a sell model. Oh, new week opening gap. The new week opening gap is right here, guys. And we bounced out of it this morning. And now we are delivering. We're getting a bullish reaction from this 5-minute fair value gap. Look at the 1-minute. Okay, so there's no IFEG for me to take here. But you guys see how, like, the reason IFEGs are so good is that it basically, you can see in the candlesticks when price action is going to be good. You can see here I wasn't interested in trading at all because it's just wicks. There's no gaps. Like, it's just tiny. It's not obvious. This one, out of experience, I didn't take. Why, guys? Because I know we're not delivering from anywhere good. You could have tried this one. But of course, you would have gotten stopped at break even. And just not a good 1-minute IFEG, even the lower one, in my opinion. So the V-shaped recovery is very good, guys. But you also have to consider where is liquidity. And the fact that we came really close to the 5-minute and we didn't hit it tells me that we're probably going to go down there first. So that's why this was not a A+ V-shaped recovery. Now, we do have equal highs here on NQ, which I think are going to be good to take, but there's not really a setup that I see here. Even on the 2, even on the 3. Let me look at the 5. Yeah, there's nothing here, guys. Like, even if this works to the upside, I wouldn't take it because there's nothing A+. Like, I won't take this 1-minute IFEG now because it's already delivered. We already closed above it, so I don't think it's A+. It might work, but for now, I will stay out. Just out of experience, screen time, candlestick printing, this is not something that I want to be in. Because this is the type of day where we could, I mean, if there was a really nice fair value gap here, I would take it. But there's nothing that I'm seeing that's delivering. So there's no FOMO for me. Even though I'm seeing this huge green candle, I know out of experience a lot of the times this can come back down and then trade lower. This looks like an intraday sell model. So not A+ to me. Is anybody taking this 1-minute long? I'm not. I don't know why you guys would, but good luck if you do. So guys, if you're looking for a good ad for semiconductors, AMD is now down almost 40% from its highs. Gonna add this in the Discord later on, not yet. But if we get below 121 again and we enter into this other monthly fair value gap down here at 116, I will start adding to this position. I'm already pretty heavy in semiconductors with NVIDIA. I just bought ASML, which is already up like 10 or 15%. ASML is another great one. You guys should look that up on your... I'll just look it up for you guys. How about that? I'll show you. So ASML is one that we added in the Discord under the long-term ads. I'll show you guys where I did right here. Let me just, I'm gonna bring it up so that you guys can't see all of my trades, right? Unless you're in the Discord, but gotta keep those a secret. But you can see here, what the hell's going on? Oh, okay. So on November 6th, I added ASML in the 3-month fair value gap. I was looking at the mean threshold of the 3-month, and you can see here that right after I added, at the mean threshold, we had this huge pump up. So we're already up nicely on this position, but I've been waiting for months and months and months for that 3-month. ASML is an amazing semiconductor company. They've been around since 1996, publicly traded, and I think they've been around, what, since 1960 something? Let's look at their financials. They were founded in 1994, sorry. And they went public in 1996. Who was around since 1960? I think it was Occidental Petroleum. That's another one I'm looking to add. I got confused with the timelines. But this has been an uptrend forever. Every time we have 40% retracements or more, we tend to have huge run-ups. So in this case, I think we had a 40% retracement here, about 33%, and look what happened afterwards. Then we had a 40% retracement here, about 50% actually. Huge uptrend. Now we traded down like 43%. Third time in the company's history, or a little bit more, that we've had these big retracements, and every time we have huge pushes. So that is definitely one I'm looking to add more of, but I added my main position at the mean threshold of the 3-month fair value gap, or the monthly fair value gap, sorry. Spit and sauce there, guys. Don't miss out on those good swing trades, but do your own due diligence, obviously. Don't just blindly buy something because I do, but that is what I've been waiting for a long time. So don't miss out. Okay, so now, we did just close above both of these. Actually, we didn't yet. The body is not closed above yet, but this should deliver us up to here. Again, this is not like my model. It's not A+ to me, but we are getting a change in market structure delivering from a bullish PD array. So these equal highs should get hit. We have all this LRLR here as well. We're in a macro time. Again, not my model, so I'm not going to take it. But, I mean, it is an IFEG model, but not like an A+ model. This is not the setup I like to see. I like to see this. If this would have happened in this 5-minute fair value gap, this would have been an amazing setup to the upside. Z, my focus is only on 1NQ, maybe later when I improve. Yeah, guys, these are, so if you're a day trader and that's all you do in the markets, then just focus on that. For me, I will be transparent with you guys. I would say 20% of my income from the stock market comes from my day trades. Maybe 30 or 40% comes from swing trading, and the rest of it comes from option selling. So I make significantly more money on my swing trading and my option selling than I do with day trading. But again, I have a pretty large portfolio. So for me, it's a lot easier to make money that's actually significant. You know, like 1% move on $100,000 is $1,000. So, you know, like $1,000 a day on swing trades and option selling it adds up, and then that just compounds over time, right? Why the caps? He's capping, bro. He's capping hard. He's got to make a statement. Do you guys know? Do you guys know Gurgavin on X? He's like an Indian stock trader investor. If you do, he types every single one of his tweets in caps, And he actually has a shit ton of followers, so maybe we should all start doing that. Caffer spotted in Greasy Grove. I think that's a Call of Duty setup, a Call of Duty reference, if I'm not mistaken, or Fortnite. I don't know, but bro, I need to start playing those things again, but I don't have time, unfortunately. I played a lot of Call of Duty when I was younger. Like I had a shit ton of hours on World of what was it? Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops, the original Black Ops, like days and days and days. And then I played Fortnite in college in like 2020. But yeah, now I don't have time for it. Is Greasy Grove, is that Fortnite or Call of Duty? I tried to play the Fortnite OG. I was really good when I was younger when the first game came out. Yeah, bro. So look, guys, the equal highs are about to hit. Again, this is not my model, but I told you it was gonna work. But yeah, we'll see. I'm a boomer now. Yeah, it's Fortnite. That's what I thought. Do 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 do. Okay, guys, the equal highs should hit in a second. So, guys, after this equal highs hit, I think I'm going to get off the stream. Them youngins or something else. I think we're pretty much going to be done for the day. What do I see? I mean, on the hourly chart, this doesn't really look great to me, guys. Like, this could easily be a time where we consolidate here, right? We had a huge move up. The odds of continuation after this type of a move are slim to none the next day. We probably won't have a big day tomorrow either, although maybe we get a trend day Friday that pushes us up. I don't know. But you have to also, guys, be aware of where you are on the high time frames, okay? When I see this on the hourly, we had a distribution leg. Sorry, I have hiccups. We had a distribution leg. What's likely to happen after distribution? Consolidation. Then potential manipulation. Then distribution further. So I do think that we have very high likelihoods of continuing to the upside here. But you have to be aware that we could easily consolidate. And so have that high time frame, the phase that the market could potentially be in on the high time frames, have that in the back of your mind when you're looking for continuation setups. Of course, intraday, like things like this, they tend to work, but don't try and hold things too long after we've had a huge distribution leg. But yeah, so there is the equal highs. I don't know if they're going to hit. Okay, so there they are. Again, no real setup here that I liked. Once this closed above, you could have tried it, but again, not my model. But yeah. So if I see anything else today, guys, I'll call it in the live call out section of the Discord, and I'll stay in touch with you guys in there. But yeah, until then, I'll try and live stream tomorrow. I don't know if I will, but we'll see how the day goes. So peace out, guys. Thanks for joining the stream. I really appreciate you guys. All right, peace.